Hi, I'm Dan Trewartha, head chef at Gaia Retreat Spa. Today we're cooking our Gaia Green Minestrone Soup. This dish is great in winter or any time of the year really. We're just utilising all the beautiful abundance of seasonal fresh green vegetables here, and it's just a wonderful warming dish. First we start with some of our local olive oil. Straight into the pre-warmed, just over a medium heat pot. Next we'll add some finely diced leek. Next we'll put in some finely diced garlic. And just use a heat-proof spatula or a wooden spoon and just give that pot a little stir. And let those vegetables start to sweat away. At this point we'll add a little bit of salt and white pepper as well. Normally we'll season things at the start of cooking and then adjust the seasoning at the end of cooking as well. Now we'll just let this sweat down. This is where we're bringing a lot of flavour into the dish. So we're cooking out the vegetables, slowly sweating and lightly caramelising them. And that introduces a lot of flavour at the base, at the start of the dish. Next we'll add some finely chopped herbs. So we've just got some rosemary and some thyme here. We've just stripped those off the stalk and roughly chopped them. You can also just put them in whole and then take the stalks out at the end too. So just a few little pinches of those ones. Give them a little stir. I'll also put in some fresh bay leaves. So you can just pop them in, stalk and all, it doesn't matter. Just sweat those leeks, garlic and herbs down for about 5 minutes or so. Just gently simmer them. Cook them away, just let those flavours develop in the pot, just keep stirring it every now and then. And then we'll put in some finely diced celery. So again, that celery is just building layers of flavour. So I'm going to add the finely diced fennel now. Now I'll add some chicken and vegetable stock. It is crucial to just get a very good deep flavoured stock, and that'll make all the difference in the end result. So just bring that to a gentle simmer and we'll pop in the rest of the vegetables. So we're going with what's in season here. So instead of asparagus, because we're in the winter, I'm using Brussels sprouts instead. Some zucchini. Some peas, yeah, roughly a cup of all those vegetables. Some sliced broccolini, some green beans, also some black kale or cavolo nero. So minestrone soups traditionally use beans and pasta to thicken and enrich the dish. So it's basically a one-pot meal. So we're adding some organic cannellini beans and some cooked gluten-free penne pasta. Now give that a little stir. Look at that, so quick and easy, looks amazing and tastes amazing too, and very nutritious. Okay, so just let that tick away for a while, just let it simmer for about 10 or 15 minutes. Let those vegetables soften, let the flavours go into the broth. So while the soup's cooking, you can prepare the green herb puree. So what we've done here, we've just picked just seasonal herbs. So we've got some dill, some parsley, some mint. Pop those in a food processor with some toasted pine nuts, some capers and a little bit of lemon juice. Thrown in a bit of olive oil and some salt and pepper and just giving it a really good puree. It's like a pesto or a salsa verde. And we're going to use that to drizzle over the soup at the end, just enriching it even more, give it more of that wonderful herby flavour. So the soup's pretty much finished cooking. I'm just going to taste it and adjust the seasoning. Now this is the most important part of cooking. So have a little taste, and what you're looking for is make sure that the vegetables are cooked and it's all nice and soft, but also you're checking the seasoning. So you're checking for those levels of salt and pepper and acidity. Okay. So I'm just going to add a touch more of the salt, a little bit of white pepper, and my favourite ingredient for seasoning, lemon juice, and there's a bit of zest in there as well. So what the lemon juice does is balances out the flavours and highlights flavours as well. So stir that through and I'll have another taste. Perfect. So we're serving the soup with some pecorino cheese and just your favourite rustic loaf. So we've got some beautiful olive sourdough here. Okay, so there we have our soup. I'm just going to finish that with a little swirl of the herb puree. Some of the pecorino cheese. And just some of the celery heart leaves. Now these leaves often get thrown away. They are wonderful as a fresh ingredient in salads, on the top of dishes. They've got a really beautiful sweetness and nuttiness. They look great too, that beautiful pale yellow colour. So there you have it, our Gaia Green Minestrone Soup with herb puree, pecorino and sourdough. If you'd like more of our recipes, please visit the online Gaia store.